Our warm-ups are extremely important because you've got to get those muscles working, especially in these cold temperatures.
Happy to step in short, Chukwulet and Sanchez releasing Cordero. Cordero, chase for the ball, who's going to get there first? It's him off!
We have a great performance. We started very well in the first half, then Ireland came very well. But then in the last 20 minutes we can score and the game was over for us.
It's very tough to take the final margin because I was incredibly proud of the way the players fought their way back into the game. We were a kicker away from drawing level, and if we could have got to 23-all, I think it would have given a bit of confidence to the side we had out there. I think lacking a bit of experience, you tend to lose your confidence a little bit, and that could have helped us a little bit. But at the same time, I think Argentina, they bristled with confidence, they bristled with a real physical attitude today, and it made it really very difficult for us to get into the game.
We trusted in the coaching staff, we trusted the game plan that we were always going to play, but also you trusted the guy next to you, and whether it was a centre defending next to you, or whether it was a winger, or a God forbid a tight head prop defending next to you in the line, you knew that everyone was going to do their job, and you trusted them enormously. We used to simulate a lot of games on a training paddock if someone got sent to the sin bin or the captain was sent from the field. So really important to make sure we knew if anything went wrong on the field, we knew how to handle it. When you got guys like Nick Farr-Jones, Michael Lino, Simon Porter, and those guys in the early stages, and then later in the career, looking at George Grigg and Stephen Larkham, John Eales, David Wilson, those sort of players who had so much experience and were probably 4 or 5 captains within each team. Yeah, I think the most important part from when we won 91 and also 99 was to make sure that the players who thought they weren't part of the team were actually part of the team, and they had different responsibilities, whether that was at training, whether it was doing extra kicking or extra passing with a player who was actually in the team to actually help and develop them over the next couple of weeks. And when you leave those pool stages, unless there's an injury or a big form slump, there's not going to be too many changes. So the most important players, I believe, in a squad are the players who aren't getting kitted up on the weekend. And for them to be able to support those players, support the coaching staff, and do what they can to support the team so they can win the game. As a leader, you've got to make calls on the run. I think that's what is part of a captain or a vice captain, and you see the Wallabies now have a captain and 2 vice captains, so that you can make a call on the run on the pitch. And yes, there's messages coming on the field, but you also have to make the call what you feel is best for the team, and you get the flow of the game, you get the vibe on the field, whether you've got the other side under pressure and you kick for touch, or do we need to take 3 points at the right time, and that's also making the decision in a calm environment and a measured time frame as well, without rushing into it. Yeah, I think the All Blacks, they've got a plan A, plan B and plan C, and they've got 2 teams who can do that. Whereas most other nations now probably have a plan A and a B. I think Australia's getting a lot closer to that, to make sure that if it's raining and you need to put the ball on the jump and you need to play 10, 12-man rugby, play field position. I think the Wallabies have got to a stage where they can do that as well. But the All Blacks certainly favoured to win this competition. They should win it. They're the best team in the world by far. But funny things happen in a Rugby World Cup, as we've seen from the All Blacks over many World Cups, and there's been a few upsets so far in this competition. I reckon there's a few more to come.
Lagisquet on the first bounce. Blanco says to kick it downfield. Campisi's back there. This is dangerous with the ball bouncing around. Oh, what a horrible mix-up. France could score. Who's there? Pascal Ondar. Now they set it to Rodriguez. Charvet. Tackled by Campisi. Berbizier. Look at this. Lagisquet, the fastest man on the field. Blanco's outside. Michael Leiner couldn't pick it up. Rodriguez. Blanco for the corner. I think he's there. Campisi, a fine tackle there. And then Berbizier sizing up the situation to Lagisquet with Blanco in support. Cody the tackler. Leiner was there, he couldn't hold on. Rodriguez back to Blanco, and he had, look who was chasing. Tommy Lawton couldn't quite get him. And a fantastic French try.